All right. I am promising a double tragedy with OJ, but obviously we're going to concentrate on mocking OJ and the Scientology boys at the beginning. But don't worry, yeah, it gets a lot worse real fast. But let's be fair and concentrate on OJ and the OJ Simpson trial, which, for those who are totally not in the know, was a massive controversial case in America in the 1990s and polarized just about everyone, the blacks and the whites, the rich and the poors, and everyone in betweens. Everyone, either he's totally guilty or he's totally innocent. There's a massive murder conspiracy, or OJ is just really good. He's just good with a knife, and there we go. But where does Scientology get involved? Well, again, with Scientology, people concentrate usually on actors in Hollywood. But no, the Scientology people like all the Hollywood people, including athletes. Now, you might think to yourself that's counterintuitive because, athletes have their physical body. Wouldn't they be able to double check the technology, as they call it? But again, I guess for some people, it has early good results, or they're just, insane narcissists. And here are these people plying you with the literature and propaganda and telling you you could be like a god. And I'm sure many athletes are like, I can be like a god. I am a god. And there you go. So now the good news, bad news is they did try to recruit OJ, and apparently he picked up some of the lingo about going clear. So he did become somewhat familiar with the Scientology lingo, but ultimately he decided not to do it all the way, which I'm not giving OJ too much praise, but that would have been a lot of money that organization might have gotten through OJ. So, I mean, I guess good on him for refusing the devil deal that the Scientology people were offering. Because, yeah, it does sound like a sweet bargain. You get like these magic superpowers, immortality, you become like a god. You're basically an overpowered Jedi or something. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess. So the juice is more concerned with the drugs, okay? He's got his first love, the drugs, okay? He can't get that up, okay? Listen, it sounds like a good deal, but give up the drugs? Nah, I'm sorry, I can't do that, can't do that. So I guess good on OJ for not following through on the Scientology stuff. But no, it doesn't end there because the OJ trial has another Scientologist, and wait for it because you'll never guess who. I know it's like, Cato? I don't know. I'll double check on Cato, but it's not Cato as far as I know. But Marcia Clark. And by the way, that's not her real name. She changed her name several times. But it's like, okay, interesting. So apparently Marcia dabbled with the Scientology in the late 70s. She officially left the church in 1980. Officially. But if you know Scientology, unless you're actually an SP, you're not really leaving the church. And then, wait for it, she marries a Scientologist and they stay married for 15 years. Now, remember that timeline from 1980 to 1995. She's married to a Scientologist. Yeah, that's right. So she married a Scientologist, and it included the OJ Simpson trial, or at least a good part of it. So that's very suspicious and questionable. Huh, raises all kinds of questions, but it does answer a lot of things because I never liked her. During that trial, I just felt like she was just so weird, just a very robotic, very stern woman. But now, kind of like, oh, well, that makes sense. Yes, she's a Scientologist. And now there's this weird revisionism with her that, really, she's just a really brave superhero. She's like a feminist. She stands up for the women's, and yeah, she's a feminist or something. Well, maybe she was a feminist and Scientologist because, in Scientology, women have very unusual, weird roles because it's probably a rare organization that is technically run by a man. This was the Elron years, by the way, where women can routinely and repeatedly grab men and beat them up. I'm not joking. This is like recorded history where men can be taken by women and just slapped, hit, beaten, like sometimes to a pulp, and the men can't do anything about it. It's like, that is a pretty rare organization nowadays where women can just do that and get away with it. It was like, what the hell? So I can guess, like, from her angle, it was very empowering for a while, just grabbing people in the Sea Org or wherever and just slapping them up and just having fun. And it's like, I guess after a couple of years, she got bored of beating up people and said, you know what? I think I'm going to move on to other things. There you go. I am mocking her and just we're making fun. It's for entertainment parody purposes. I want to be very clear. It's just entertainment. But no, Scientology is no joke. It's a very brutal, vicious organization. So it seems to make sense that she would be in that organization for a little bit of time. And apparently she's capped off her life writing wait for it, crime novels. That's right, a Scientologist writing crime novels. Well, at least you know the field up close and personal. So I don't know how to judge her. I definitely don't think she's a hero. And people are like, "Oh my god, she's such a victim." The media was, "Oh my god." What did they do? They showed her breasts because she took some topless photos. Poor Marcia. Weird Scientology connections to the OJ Simpson trial. I will do more digging, but yeah, this is either alarming, hilarious, or just morbidly silly, or something in between.